Hi everyone, and welcome to this live Wednesday afternoon tarot reading. I am using the Morgan Greer deck for today, and I'm here because I am going to answer your questions by using the tarot. If you have any questions and you want me to pull a card, then I will. Hello, hi everybody. And the reason I do these live sessions is one, to engage with you guys live because I love talking to you live. And second, it's to say thank you for being part of the channel and to give you free answers. And also, I realize that not everyone is able to afford a full reading. And that's why I do these live, so that people who can't afford a full reading can at least get a card to give them some sort of guidance and some sort of clarity. Okay? So thank you for joining me. Please share this broadcast. I'd be ever so grateful. Nusrat, pull a card for my love life and career, okay? I've got the 9 of Wands in reverse. You're not out of the woods yet. The worst is not behind you. And things aren't going in the way that you would like. So there need to be fundamental shifts in the way you feel about your work, about your life, about yourself, and the energy that you're giving off when it comes to love and work. Because right now, and I'm sorry if you don't want to hear this, but I have to tell you what I feel. Right now, I feel that you don't really love your career and you're giving off a negative kind of vibe. And a lot of people don't like their work and find an amazing partner. You know, it happens. But at the moment, I get this sense of dissatisfaction, and you're attracting a lot of dissatisfied people into your life. And if you want that to change, you've got to fundamentally, well, you don't have to do anything, but if you want things to change quickly, fundamentally change the way you see yourself, the way you see your working life, how you love yourself and who you are on this planet. Because right now I feel a real sense of a cloud of negativity hovering over you. Judy Geist, please pull a card on hell. Thank you. Hi, Judy. Okay, Judy. Keep going. You're afraid in terms of health. What could happen? Maybe you're taking some sort of treatment that you're afraid of. But if they have said there are risks, or you should try this, but you're afraid to do it, the cards are saying face your fears, do the treatment, whatever is available to you to improve your health, and go through with what is on the table, what your options are, because it will lead to you being healed and taking care of yourself, even if it seems scary and frightening. Garden Zen, gratitude, Gregory. Card, please, for what needs the most attention. The most attention is your partnership, your relationship, your love life. That needs most attention. Make sure you make your partner feel loved and appreciated, because you do appreciate that person in your life, but make sure that they know it. A lot of people are together and they just assume that their partners are mind readers, and they're like, they know I love them. Of course they know. But unless you hear it, and unless you're being told I love you, you don't always know it. Okay, Laurie. Any word of insight or advice will be truly appreciated. Okay, Laurie, let's have a look. Judgment in reverse. The Judgment card is when the universe blows a giant trumpet to wake you up and to rise up and to change your direction in life because you're off track. It blows this giant trumpet to bring these corpses back to life. And it's in reverse in your case, so you're absolutely on the right path in your life. You don't need to change anything. If you keep doing what you're doing, you are living your life purpose. You will get to where you want to go. So well done. Keep going. The T, Ro. Hey, Gregory, please pull a card for my life purpose. I'm feeling a bit lost right now. Okay, so again, life purpose. I always say this, but I'm doing you a disservice by just pulling one tarot card, because by doing an astrology reading for you, when I draw up your birth chart, which you can order on my website, gregoryscott.com. I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, and that really shows me what your vocational aptitudes are and what your life purpose is, and whether they're one and the same. And by pulling one card, I'm just getting a tiny little sliver of information, and I use my intuition, and there's more info available. So I'm just saying that if you want to have a deeper look into this, then order a reading with me. But your life purpose at the moment, you're trying everything because you're overwhelming yourself, and you're trying everything just to try and find what your purpose is. So you've got your hand in lots of different pies. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to build something that's like an institution, and that has to do with spirituality. And that's going to be successful in its own right. So what is it that you believe, or that you know, that's a secret and that you want to share with other people? Ask yourself that. What is the thing that I believe to be truthful and valuable, and that could help others in the sense of life coaching and training and getting people to heal spiritually and emotionally? And if I were to put that into some sort of practical format to get other people to engage with it, if I did that, I would establish some sort of business, some sort of institution of my own that deals with life coaching or healing others or encouraging people to find their vocational truths, that kind of stuff. So I think communication-wise and healing people through communication is your life purpose. Lorianne, going on a trip with my ex. Could you tell me if this trip will go well or not? Okay, let's have a look. Going on a trip with your ex. Your ex has grown up a little bit, so it's not going to be tears and, oh, I'm so sorry we broke up and I love you, let's get back together. He's grown up and the emotions are under control. Things are under wraps. So you don't need to worry that he's going to be all over you. You don't need to control any emotional demons that will come up. You have left things in a good way. You've come to an agreement. You're both abiding by that agreement, and the trip is going to go well. There aren't going to be any horrific emotional surprises for you. Either way, he says, oh, I need you, let's get back together, or I am still angry about this and resentful, so I'm going to get you back on this trip. Nothing like that. The thing that you've agreed on, and your word and his word, is trustworthy, and you've left things in a good place and you can trust that. So the trip with your ex will go well. Lady Neox, one card for me, please. Advice. Okay, Lady Neox. The 5 of Swords. What I'm getting is that, Lady Neox, you're very competitive and you're not considerate of other people's feelings. And because of that, you trample on people and you're creating bad karma for yourself. Look at that and see how you can change that, because what you put out, you get back. She's a waterfall, love and finance. Make a move on both. You're stagnant, nothing is happening at the moment. The Knight of Pentacles isn't going anywhere. He just sits there. So you're not on dating apps, you're not making an effort to find love. And career, you're not making any lateral moves, you're not taking any action, you're expecting things to come to you. And unless you start to take action, nothing's going to change. So the ball's in your court. Yeah, nothing's moving forward. You're not moving forward. You have a sense of things should come to me, and they aren't coming to you, and they won't unless you make them happen. Now, Celestine, you are so generous, first of all, for sending me so much money. Thank you so much for that. I am very, very appreciative of that. You are loved. Can you pull a card for my business, please? I'm torn between keeping it or going keeping it going, or starting a new one. All right. So, Celestine, first of all, thank you for being so generous. That really helps me, and I'm very grateful. Now, in terms of your business, it's overwhelming you. It's completely just become a monster that is harming you emotionally, and you know what you're supposed to do. You know you're meant to get rid of this business and start the new one. Sell it, get rid of it. It's grown into something that is draining you, and it's become too big for you to handle. You don't want you don't want to manage huge amounts of people. So get rid of that business, start a new one. You're going to be a lot happier doing that. And Celestine, you are loved as well. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. You have no idea. Abigail Diaz. The Two of Wands in reverse. Abigail, take control of your life. You're the person who can decide where you go in life, what you do, where you live, how you live your life, what's going to happen. And right now, you've handed your power over to someone else completely. And you have no say in what's going on, Abigail. And you're not on this planet to make other people happy or to live their life purpose. You're here to live yours. So, are you getting anything back for totally self-sacrificing your own needs and your desires? Is it something that pleases you? I mean, in a relationship, for instance, when I am in a relationship, I get a lot of pleasure out of treating the person I'm with very well and taking care of them and making sure that they're happy. It's something that pleases me. Pleasing them pleases me. So I get a personal sense of satisfaction out of that. And that's the question. Are you self-sacrificing yourself for a sense of, this is what I'm meant to do, this is pleasurable, this is my choice? Or has it just turned out that way? That you're expected to do this, you're expected to take care of this and this and this, and there hasn't been a question, and it's just been delegated and put onto your plate. And the question, Abigail, for you is, hey, actually, what is my choice here? Because if you choose to take all of that on board and to work with it, then great. But if you've just been saddled with it, then no. Thank you, Oz. I've just had a shower, so I'm a little bit hot and sweaty, which is great in England, to be hot and sweaty, to have the opportunity to even be hot and sweaty. I just stepped out of the shower. I have to go into town to deal with something in a moment, but I thought because I've got 20-30 minutes, I'll speak to my loved ones, which is you guys. Laurie Johnson. Okay, Laurie. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's an opportunity, a physical opportunity that's waiting for you. But again, you are somewhat distracted, and you're not looking at your own opportunities. You're looking at other people's kind of life, and you're managing things for other people. So you're not making yourself the priority in your own life. And because of that, because you're involved in a lot of conflict and just managing things on a day-to-day basis, you're missing an opportunity to really thrive financially, career-wise, in terms of your physical health and also the way your daily routine looks and where you live. All of those things are being compromised because something else is sucking up your time and your energy. And if it's a man or if it's family or whatever it may be, ask yourself, is it really worth it for me to devote all of this time to other people and to completely disregard my own needs and desires? It's interesting, every time I do one of these live readings, a theme comes up, and that seems to be the theme here today, that there are a lot of people who have kind of sacrificed their own desires and said, my desires are second rate, and what's more important is the greater good, the group collective, and I'm going to live for that. And it's okay if it's a choice, but you've got to be aware that it's a choice and that's what you want to do. If you've just been saddled with it, like I said, then no. Joanna, could I get any kind of guidance? I need a new job and I'm trying to change my life. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so again, I can really do an in-depth look at this, whether you're supposed to be a chiropractor or a civil engineer or an astrologer, by looking at your chart. So order a reading with me. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading, and I can go really, really in depth. Again, by drawing one card on your whole career, I'm doing you a disservice. First of all, you're not in the right job, so we know that much, Joanna, okay? So you're right for trying to change things. This isn't where you're supposed to end up. You haven't seen the light though. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing. And guys, please stop the payments now. Thank you. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't know what you're feeling. And you don't know what you want to do. So you have no idea of how to get to this, to be happy. But the Queen of Wands is someone who's creative. She's independent. She runs her own business. And she expresses herself creatively, artistically, and there's a very fine line between the imagination and the intuition. So look at those elements. Imagination is art, writing, painting, music, public speaking, life coaching. The intuition is astrology, psychic mediumship in itself, being an intuitive tarot reader and a clairvoyant, a Reiki master, a Reiki healer. Those are things which would fill you with more passion and more desire. But again, if you want me to look at this in more detail and really give you a very specific answer, then please order a reading with me. It's going to be much more helpful than what I've just told you. But I hope, at least by looking into those areas, that you will find something to go on, because you're meant to work by yourself creatively, Joanna, okay? I don't see you sitting in a booth at the back somewhere being ignored. Guys, please share this broadcast. I'd be ever so grateful. So just underneath the screen, there's share on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Reddit and all sorts of things. Please share this. I'd be ever so grateful. That's the one way you can help me. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. That's another way you can help me. Yolanda Morgan. Okay, you're feeling stuck in your career. You need to fight for a promotion or for more responsibility or for the next level up. It's way beyond you. And because you don't make a lot of waves, because you don't make a lot of noise, people are like, well, you know, Yolanda doesn't make a lot of trouble, so let's just let her get on with it. And you need to start making a little bit of noise and trouble, saying, hey, actually, I'm ready to take the next step. I do really good work. Why am I not being rewarded for this? Why am I not being given the opportunity to do the layout in this thing? I've already mastered this. You guys know that I do a good job. I've done it for a long time. Why am I not being promoted? Why am I not getting more responsibility? And you need to fight it from that angle of, why haven't you come through for me? It's your responsibility as my employer. You have a duty of care, in a sense, to employ me for a job. And you know that I really go above and beyond. So why are you not helping me thrive? And I would really approach it from that angle, because it's you know, it's a relationship. And you're not in a dead-end job. You could do better, but you're just too quiet and accepting, so they just let you get on with it. Rita Beardmore, hello Rita, lovely to see you. A card please for your grandson. Today is his birthday. Well, let's all wish your grandson a happy birthday first of all. That's really cute. Happy birthday to Rita's grandson. Let's pull a card for him. The Empress. The Empress is the mother. It's being loved and nurtured and being celebrated and harvesting good things and that sacred heart there. So your grandson is very, very happy. He feels loved, feels the attention, and he's having a lovely, lovely day. And all is well in his little world. So that's beautiful and lovely. So that's sweet. Really, really sweet. So guys, please share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Let's have a look. Vicky Porter, card please. Thank you. Okay, Vicky Porter. The obstacles are going to be removed really soon. You're going to be able to move ahead with something that's been holding you back because the final puzzle piece is going to arrive. Be willing, be open, be willing to accept it, even if it comes in a shape or form that you hadn't imagined. Be flexible with that. Let the final piece come in to tick off one part of your life, and then you're going to be able to move forward. I feel like you're revving your wheels and you're like, I'm ready to go, but I don't have the opportunity to move forward. And that is something that is going to come to an end really, really soon, within the next 2 weeks. Jamie D, oh, this is a good question. Should I start making YouTube videos? Okay, so let's answer that. Should you start making YouTube videos? Not that I'm biased or anything. Guys, no more payments, please. Thank you so much. Jamie D, I've got the justice card again. So cause and effect. If you start making YouTube videos, you will have the effect that it always has, in the sense that you make the decision to express your passion publicly. And as soon as you do that, you will be known all over the world. So cause and effect, if you make YouTube videos, you will have a very far reach. People will connect with you. People will hear your message and what you're saying. And it's going to also have a positive effect on you financially. It's going to end the tough times and change your stability and financial security, because that is not set in stone at the moment, and you're receiving information that needs to be shared. So karma, the law of cause and effect, is saying build a new tower and do YouTube videos. Yep. Make YouTube videos. Also, if you're doing that kind of thing, like I have a YouTube channel. I'm also on Facebook, on Instagram. Check me out there. It's Gregory Scott 444. On Instagram, I put stupid little memes on and astrology, like jokes and things like that. So I have a bit of fun on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, where I share my lovely opinions. And that's Talk to Gregory on Twitter if you're active there. So join me there. But if you do start to make YouTube videos, then it's about building a presence online, okay? And you learn about using keywords and tags and things like that so that people find you and things like that. So I really think you should start a YouTube channel because you've got a lot to say and it's going to transform your financial situation. Now, Robin Sheriff, will my financial status clear up? I'm 38 and I still cannot get my finances under control. Okay, so first of all, Robin, enough with the guilt, okay? Just because you're 38, where does it say that by the time you're 38, you should be in control of your finances? What life manual are you reading? Because I haven't read that. Some people are at 75 and they still haven't got their finances under control. So first of all, enough with the guilt, okay? You're doing your best. Give yourself a pat on the back. We do not live in the 1950s and 1960s where everything was shot to smithereens and you could walk from one job into the next and make a fortune. We are living in 2019 where you have 0-hour contracts and you work 6 months unpaid internships to get a new job. Okay? So let's just take a moment to reflect on that and realize that getting control of your finances and getting a career going these days is not as easy as it used to be. And please stop hating on yourself. Use that energy to put out into the public and push your way forward into finding something that you want to do. So I'm getting that you are very intelligent and that you can add something to your existing job. And rather than attack yourself and grieve over spilt milk, over, oh, I'm 38 and I still haven't made it and I screwed that up again. I'm 37 and I have been alone for 20 years. I could say, oh my God, I'm such a loser for never making a relationship happen. I don't do that. I'm a work in progress, so are you, and we're all doing the best we can. So give yourself a break. Don't put money on a pedestal the way you are. I know that's easily said, but when you have no money, you desperately want money, right? And you chase it, and money, the energy of money, just flees from you. It disappears. When you have $1 million, then you're comped free limo rides, and people invite you for free lunches, and they send you free samples of their books and all sorts of things. It's an energy. Once you have that within yourself, love, then love comes into your life. Once you have richness and abundance within yourself, then you get money and richness from the world. It's all an inside job, okay? So what I would recommend for you, because in a intellectual and emotional way, you've got a very complicated relationship with money. First of all, read the book, The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. He looks at it in a spiritual way. It's somewhat dated, okay, because it was written a while ago, so excuse his way of communicating. But there's a 40-day abundance plan in there, and it looks at money from a spiritual angle. And there's also an audio book version of this, The Abundance Book, and that is like an hour long, and it's different to the actual book. I did both, and I listened to it every day on my way and from my way back to work, because I had to shift the way I saw money in my life, and I'm an earth sign. Money was security, it was safety from humiliation, it was freedom, it was being able to live on my own, being able to make my own decisions. So I put money on this huge pedestal that I could never reach, and I was always grabbing towards it. Once I read that abundance book, I turned my back on money and I said, hang on a minute. Money does not rule me. I did not come here to planet Earth to be a slave to money. I didn't. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. So I turned my back on money and I asked myself, what is it that makes me special and valuable? And how can I express that value and that special ability that I have? How can I express that in a working way? Has nothing to do with money. It has to do, where is my value at? And when you discover that, you are able to make changes to your work. And also, when you change your vibration around money, I have everything that I need in here. Money is not the be all and end all. Money is not my security. My security is that I have a connection with a higher power and that I am protected and guided by the universe, and I will always be okay. So instead of saying money is my security, making it even more important and up here on a pedestal, you bring it down a notch by saying my security is my connection with my higher power. Money is a side effect that comes and goes. Money does come and go. It's an energy. Sometimes you're broke and sometimes you're at the top of the world. So don't give money so much importance, and read that book and things will turn around for you. Wow. Okay, so big speech on money here at the end of that. On that note, I think I'm going to end it. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on this live Wednesday afternoon session. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Big kisses to all of you. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for being such wonderful people. This channel is filled with wonderful seekers. I love all of you. So thank you for being here for me and being part of my channel. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I really mean that. And yeah, have a wonderful Wednesday. Have a wonderful week. I hope you've been able to release negativity from the eclipse. I will speak to you soon, and check out the daily videos. Order a reading with me on the website, gregoryscott.com. Watch the eclipse video. Check out some of the other stuff that I do. And all the best. Mwah. See you soon.